All right, knife people. So I got this didgeridoo when I was in Australia, and see, must have. And that was some place I always wanted to go. When I joined the Marine Corps, I wanted a West Coast guarantee because I wanted to go to Australia. You know, I'd seen all the Crocodile Dundee movies growing up. You know, the Bowie knives, the Outback, all like the red dirt, and 4x4s, and shepherds and stuff. You know, like Australian shepherds, dogs like that following somebody around like Mad Max or whatever. So it kind of sucks to see Australia kind of become like not just domesticated, but what's the word I'm looking for? Like neutered or pacified. So one of my buddies from Australia in the knife community just told me they were gonna pass a law to ban machetes and stuff. So they've already banned guns, and everybody saw during COVID what's going on in COVID. They're shooting the citizens with beanbag rounds, putting people in concentration camps, not letting people travel freely. So they want to ban machetes because of the criminals using machetes, against innocent people. And all the people, I'm sure, like the mothers and everything, are crying. We've got to ban machetes. Why is nobody banning the gang members and criminals? I mean, why don't you take care of that problem? What are you going to do next? Ban baseball bats? Ban rocks? What's next? So I feel bad for Australia, and I would love to go back there. I thought about staying, and I was going to try to go back there on a work visa, but it's just really disappointing. I mean, are you going to let them completely neuter you to where you have no means at all to resist whatever tyranny they decide to come up with? So, you guys shouldn't have let them take your guns. They did, and now they're trying to take machetes. What if you live out in a rural area, or, in like the outback or on a farm? Just like it happens in America, you're letting concentrated urban areas and people that live there that don't understand, rural life, like dictate. And, that's like a pure democracy. They're voting your rights away. And I don't know what the answer is, but banning machetes isn't going to solve the problem. You probably have a bad unchecked immigration problem, like Europe does and like the United States does. So you import people that are going to commit crimes with machetes. You're going to have machete and gang problems. But all it's going to do is the law-abiding people are going to turn their machetes in. So just like, before, there might not be as much access to machetes, but you can make a machete out of a piece of bar stock with like duct tape. All they're doing is you're going to take knives and machetes away from the law-abiding people, just like the guns, and then the bad guys will still have machetes, will still have guns, will still have criminal intent, and still commit crime. So it's just a really stupid way to handle problems. I feel bad for my buddies in Australia. I can't believe what was going on there during COVID. And even after they proved everything was made in the lab, and, they knew about that, the people in Australia that voted for all those liberal policies and WHO policies are still running with the same agenda, even though they were completely wrong. I mean, what do you do in a country when you can't even peacefully protest without getting shot with beanbag rounds? They've taken all your guns, take away all your stuff, and you know what they're going to do with the rest of people that, want to be, post on Facebook or whatever. They show up at your house and put you in jail for Facebook posts. I mean, the next thing you know, you're going to be in the gulags. So, I don't know. I just feel bad for you guys. Good luck. I don't know what the answer is, but hope you guys can figure something out. before they just completely screw up Australia. It's kind of disappointing because that was always like a cool place, you know, to me when I was a kid. And when I went there, it was a cool place. I went to Darwin, Cairns, and Sydney. Sydney's a big city. I wasn't really, you know, crazy about that place, but, you know, when I went out on some like outback tours in Cairns, you know, it's beautiful out there. And so is Darwin. I didn't get to go out as much in Darwin because my buddies wanted to go. You try to pick up girls and go to casinos, and you have to stay with your libo buddy in the Marine Corps. But it's a sad state, and it's not going to solve anything. You got to solve the problem of the criminals, not the tools they're using. It's just pretty soon you won't be able to have any type of anything. You'll be like, oh, you can't have shovels, you can't have pitchforks, you can't have anything heavy or any sticks. They're going to ban sticks. So I don't know. It's really ridiculous. And I don't know. If you have, especially guys, hopefully guys get exemptions that have these valuable like knife collections, especially historical stuff. It'd be a shame to get rid of some of those items, like just like things like Sturm Lugers or whatever, the World War II guns that get picked up in these gun buybacks and they like smash them or something. Yeah, that's like an injustice to like history. But whatever. You guys be safe and be good. Have a good one.